Hey guys, so as you guys can tell from the weather outside, it is getting so much warmer and summer is coming and the end of school is coming too. So I figured I would fill you guys in my favorite summer reads. Number one would have to be Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Well, generally any book by Jane Austen, but I think my favorites are Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, and Northanger Abbey, which is pretty much all of them. There's a couple more that I didn't mention though, but Sense and Sensibility is such a great book. All of Jane Austen's books teach women such amazing lessons, and I just think they're just really cute, and they're love stories too, so yeah. My next one is Song of the Sparrow, and this is about Elaine, a girl named Elaine, and she lives with her brother this is back in King Arthur's time, in Arthur's army base. And she wants to marry a young soldier named Lancelot, which you guys have probably heard of from the tales. But then she finds herself falling in love with someone else. But she doesn't know it until the very end, and it's actually written in prose, in little like poem kind of lines, and it's so cute. It's such a good book, and I finished this so quickly, like it was so good that since the days of King Arthur there have been poems and paintings created in her name. She is the Lady of Shalott, and this is a new version of her story. So yeah, this is written by Lisa Ann Sandel. So go check this one out. Next is The Forbidden City. This is definitely more for guys, but I had to read this in English, and I actually absolutely fell in love with this book because it teaches you so much about the world around you. It's about a boy. He's 17 years old. His name is Alex, and he goes to Japan because his dad is a broadcaster. And then he's there when the Tiananmen Square massacre happens, and he has to go through all of this stuff, and you see the way the people there live and how it's like a communist society. I learned a lot from this book, so this is definitely a great summer read. Another great summer read if you're into the sort of the Gossip Girl kind of stuff is Tempted, an It Girl novel. Sarah Dessen is a great author. This one is The Truth About Forever. Tuck Everlasting is, if you haven't read this yet, I would read it. If you haven't seen the movie, read this book. This is an amazing book. It's really well written. I read it back in grade 5, and I read it over and over again after that. So this is a really touching, nice romance novel. It's the Gemma Doyle trilogy. But this is the third book in the trilogy, and as you can see, it's huge. But the other two books are Great and Terrible Beauty and Rebel Angels. And this takes place back in the 1800s, and it's just about a girl who figures out she's a part of this other world, this magical world where she can control things, and it's her mother got murdered, and her mother was the reason why she's all into this kind of stuff. And it's a really great book if you like that kind of thing. I'll read the back for you. Different, for Amy was moving from the city to her aunt's trailer in the country, starting her senior year at high school, putting the pain of a broken relationship behind her, starting fresh. And what it is basically, there's a time lapse between her side of things and then on the other side of the farm where she is, it's 1944. And she meets this guy, and they fall in love, and stuff happens. So that's The Clearing by Heather Davis. And this is This Smile, and as you can tell, it is a story about the woman, the Mona Lisa. A story of passion, intrigue, and loss, but most of all, love. So this is Donna Jo Napoli. That's who it's by. It's a really great book, written really well. I think my number one book that I would recommend that all of you read is definitely The Last Song. I haven't seen the movie, but I read the book, and it is epic. Like, I bawled my eyes out at the end. Like, yeah, I'm not even going to tell you, but I bawled my eyes out. This is an amazingly written story by Nicholas Sparks. I love it so much. I couldn't put it down when I was at school. I needed to take it out and read it, and I wasn't supposed to. And then when I came home, the first thing I did was I grabbed an Oreo cookie and sat down with this book. So, this is an amazing book. You won't be able to put it down. I'm not one for sappy love stories like this, but I love this book. So definitely go check this out. And my favorite summertime magazine has got to be the Victoria Bliss magazine. And I used to read the original version of this. It was the Victorian, I don't remember what it was called, but it was, the pictures in here are amazing. Like, take a look at this. I wonder what it would be like to live in a world where it was always June. Look at these pictures. Like, this is the May-June edition. Look at that. Sorry, I like little Victorian things like that, and yeah. So I hope you have a great reading this summertime, and hope that was helpful. I will see you later. Bye.